Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bad Guitarist, episode number 88. My name is Andrew.
And my name is Scott.
And we are typically your weekly guitar gear news show. We cover everything from builders big and small, from large corporations down to the people building pedals in their basement.
Yeah.
But this week we've got a subject that I'm really worked up about.
Usually,
I'm not very worked up about anything.
You are worked out about everything.
But I'm upset. I'm upset about this one. I've come across something, and it's just really making me mad. So we'll get to some releases afterwards.
Oh my god, but you're getting so deep into it.
Oh, I went down a rabbit hole today.
Why? Spending your time on this.
No, because I think for the community that we are in, this guitar gear content creator YouTube space, this is an important thing to talk about.
Okay.
Now, let me lead into this. This has been a subject that I think has been talked about to death by everybody from channels at our level to bigger ones like your Rhett Scholes, John Cordy, Josh Scott of JHS, even Rick Beato has talked about this at length. The whole thing with AI in music. Now, that's not exactly where we're going with this one today. Okay. But to lay the groundwork, do you remember a couple months ago, there was I showed you the video of this pedal page. This pedal, I can't remember what the account was. This account on YouTube about pedals.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
it was completely AI. The script was AI. The graphics were AI. It was just delivering incorrect information. And in it, they show like a video of Josh Scott, and it's not Josh Scott. It's a picture of just some random guy. And like a couple weeks later, JHS actually made a video reacting to that, and they're like, "Oh, what is this?" Like, everything it's saying is completely incorrect.
Okay.
So there's been that. There's been the whole thing with the female guitarists posting things on their social media, and then people using AI to put different faces over them and make it look like it's completely different people playing, and putting different songs to their playing and stuff.
Okay.
So this has been a whole thing. But now I think we've entered a whole new level of this, because now there is at least one that we know of, a guitar YouTuber. Does the videos like we do, like everyone does. Let's talk about, top 10 this, or avoid this, or whatever. Okay. This is Guitar Gems with Chase. At Guitar Gems with 2 S's on YouTube. They have 5.1K subscribers, only 28 videos, and they're trying to sell courses. We'll get into this whole thing. But their first video.
Oh my god, how long is going to be this episode?
Their first video was a month ago. Okay. It has over 100,000 views.
109K, yeah.
Now, this is their biggest performing video, which leads me to believe. Actually, no, they have a couple videos that perform a little higher than that, actually. But they range from like 4,000 to 32,000 to, I see one that's 120,000. This is a completely AI-generated account, and their first handful of videos, it's just like the same kind of thing as that pedal account, where it was just a bunch of, and it might even be the same company behind this, the same content farming company behind the same 2 accounts.
Okay.
So if you look at the first few thumbnails, this is a very common,
kind of just the same.
This is a very common thing used with content farming accounts, is they will use the same thumbnail over and over again, but change slight things. So it'll be like a white background with red and black text and arrows, and we're kind of making fun of that with our thumbnail that we're doing for this week. Yeah. But so yeah, that shows one where it's like a Strat, one where it's a pickup, one where it's a Les Paul. And literally, if you look in the background, it's like a hall. It's a white hall with some guitars in it, and they just change. One says Fender, one says Gibson, one says Cort. So that's why this channel started out 28 days ago. Now, it says this account was started in 2015, but they didn't start posting until. So who knows if there was other stuff on this account prior to this? But so 5 guitar brands robbing you blind. The only 8 guitar pickup brands you still trust. 5 guitar amps to never buy, which I clicked on that one.
Okay.
And it's funny because in the video, like, you could tell the speech is it's a script written by AI, and it's being read by an AI because some of the words are being mispronounced. And a lot of the guitar brands that are not common household words or names, they're all mispronounced and stuff in a lot of these videos. There's a lot of AI images within them. Now, the newer videos on this channel feature this guy Chase, who's not a real person.
But how do you know he's not a real person?
Because when you click on the videos and you watch them, his face moves like AI. The mouth does not move like a real person.
This YouTube channel.
Yes, a person did, but this is a whole thing. I went down a whole rabbit hole with this.
But what about if it was this guy Chase?
There could be a real guy Chase, and he might look like this, but this is not him in these videos.
No,
this is
I'm just saying, like,
person.
he just puts the picture, and he's like, "Oh, made this video about this person." And that.
Yeah, and that's absolutely what's happening here. But usually with these content farming things, it's a whole team. You hire a team that's typically based out of India or Pakistan, and they build your whole channel for you, and essentially you make the money off of it, and you pay them very little. I went down this whole rabbit hole this morning, starting with, of all things, like when I work, I just have one headphone in. I work by myself, so I'll be alone for 10 hours, and YouTube will just put random stuff on for me, that whether I'm looking for it or not. And lately it's been playing a lot of, like, for some reason, South Park breakdown videos of people like the show South Park, which I haven't even watched South Park in, like, years. But you know, I don't have time to just skip through the videos.
Get to it.
So anyway, there was one where there was an AI account about South Park, and they broke down exactly what I'm seeing here. The white backgrounds, the scripting, the fact that the amount of content pushed out in 1 month. 1 month, there was, in the first month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos. And then 4 weeks ago, there's another, like, 7 videos. This is an impossible amount of content for a real account to pump out.
They have 8 days ago, 7 days ago, 5 days
8 hours ago.
8 hours ago.
Now, this one says 5 guitar amps to never buy and 5 hidden gems. I clicked on this video. I looked at the comments, and here's the thing. The comments are real. There are people watching this content. This is what really pisses me off. People are watching this content. They either don't realize it's AI or they don't care. But they're having a real discourse in the comments about, like, ooh, what do you think about this amp? It's like, well, he's not real. He doesn't think anything of it.
But he might be real, just using AI for the videos.
But that's still cheating. So I want to show you something here. I went on undercover on my other YouTube account, and one person, on this video, one person says, it'd be nice to see your thoughts on Blackstar Silverline amps. And I commented, well, he's an AI person that doesn't exist. And then I left a standalone comment on that same video, and I said, oop, that's the wrong video. This whole account is AI slop. I can't believe people are watching this and leaving comments as if it's a real person.
Okay.
And then I switched over, because I had a theory here. I switched over to this main bag guitarist account. And I looked back at the account, and I'm looking, and my comments are not there. If you look, it's not there. I go to the newest comments. I go to the top comments. I go to everything. Both comments I left, both as a reply to somebody else's and my standalone comment, are not there, which kind of proved my theory correct that, for those that are unaware, when you have a YouTube channel, you can go into your settings and select certain words or phrases that automatically filter out comments and do not allow them to be posted publicly. You, as the poster of the comment, will see your comment there. I can go back to that account right now and see the comments there, but nobody else can see it. It is a completely hidden comment. And you have no knowledge of the fact that your comment is not there. If you go through all of the comments on this channel, which I did, I went through all 28 videos and looked at all the comments. There is not a single comment saying, this is garbage, this is bad, this is AI slop. Obviously, those phrases have all been filtered out. So this person, whoever it is that owns this account, is just creating all this AI-generated crap. Now, going back to the first video with 109,000 views.
Okay.
They must have paid for those views. At least a bulk of them.
Okay.
Like, just to get the channel started and get showing in people's algorithms.
Yeah, to get it going, yeah.
But the video right after that has 4.8, and then 82,000, and then 119. So it seems like every time it starts to drop in viewership, they probably buy another batch of views. Just to get people watching. And yeah, all the thumbnails, there's like 3 different types. There's like avoid, proven, beginner, pro. And it's, you know, it's the same format for all their thumbnails. Okay. But it goes even deeper.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you look at this guy's videos, The
so this is what you were doing when I say, what are you doing? And you're
Yes.
like all gone on your phone.
Yes, because I need to get this off my chest.
Oh
Going through these videos,
God.
I noticed something like right away, but I had to be sure. I had to be sure of this. So I went through,
Oh my
and
God.
I'm sorry if you guys see like us changing color. I have the camera, not the camera, the computer screen lighting up as I'm going through these different images. So the background looked extremely familiar. And if you look at this guy, the AI Chase, his background looks extremely similar to an older version of Rhett Scholl's studio. He has the rack behind him, the same kind of shelf. It's in a different order. Now, Rhett Scholl, throughout the history of his channel, he's changed the order of those amps on his stack or whatever, and it's very easy to have AI manipulate those and move the placement of them and stuff. Like, you just give it a prompt and it'll do it. But look, it's the same orange amp that Rhett has. It's the same high watt amp that Rhett has. Now, in this particular example I brought up of this older Rhett video from before he renovated his studio, he doesn't have a Marshall on this shelf at the moment, but then Chase has a Marshall on his, but then both have a Morgan amp. One's at the top here, but Rhett's is like towards the bottom. There's no Soldano here, but Rhett is known for using divided by 13 amps, which is exactly what is down here at the bottom. So it's like they just took different YouTube channels and analyzed their backgrounds and stuff. And obviously this is not exactly 100% a copy of Rhett's studio, but I'm seeing a combination of this from other people's studios across YouTube. And other videos on this channel, some stuff resembles like 5 Watt World, like Keith Williams' little home setup. There's a bunch of different things, different elements where I can tell they've grabbed from like the biggest guitar YouTube commentators and just cherry-picked different things using the AI to generate this channel. Like, so it's just, it's complete bullshit, and it's pissing me off because like, this guy has over 5,000 subscribers. You and I were just celebrating that we're almost close to 1,000, and we've been doing this for almost 2 years.
That's true.
Now, keep in mind, the bulk of our channel has been the podcast. We do have the occasional gear videos, and we've started doing some other stuff. And then we do the daily guitar news shorts Monday through Friday. So that is what our channel consists of. And now we don't have as much of these like, oh, don't waste your money on these, or this is what you need to buy kind of videos. But those things can generate subscribers faster, definitely. Those that can get a bigger audience and subscribe more subscriptions. But the fact that this guy got 5,000 in a month, from the fact that this channel originally started in 2015, there was probably something that existed on this channel. We could probably, I'm not going to do it right now, and I invite other people to do it. I hope Rhett Scholl sees this video and dives even deeper into this, because he hates AI as much as we do. If not more. So I hope he does see this and does an even more in-depth breakdown, because you can use the Wayback Machine. And bring back saved, history of the internet, like different instances throughout time. You could probably go back and find this guy's channel from the beginning, and it might just be some dude farting around on his couch with like an old flip phone or something, like it might not be this kind of content.
But will it even show
or it might have been nothing.
if his videos are private now?
That's the thing. It might not. But if it's the Wayback Machine, it usually shows a screenshot of how it was then. But I don't know if that applies to like YouTube. I don't know. I've never dived into the Wayback Machine for YouTube. I know on certain websites it's iffy on if like the history shows or not. But typically it's pretty reliable. Now,
so
yeah.
What is the main thing that it gets you upset? Is it the fact that it's kind of just 28 videos and already has like 5,000 subscribers?
It's not like a jealousy thing about this. It's the fact that like people work hard about something they are very passionate about. We don't do this for money. We don't intend on, this channel. If we continue doing this for 10 years, the channel will take off. We'll get probably a couple 10,000, 20,000 subscribers, whatever, maybe.
Maybe
that's just what we've seen historically for channels of this nature. You build it up for the course of years to get it to a good point.
But hold on a minute. Yeah. I'm looking at it, and it says that it does have 622,616 views
collectively for the channel.
28 videos. And they joined on October 12th of 2015. Now, do all of the views for the 28 videos account for the 622,000?
It has to, because when you make your videos private, I'm pretty sure, or delete your old videos, those views disappear.
I don't think so.
I don't think they appear publicly, though.
But
I don't think we would be able to see that number here. I could be wrong.
Go to my YouTube channel.
Well, okay. Do you want to do it from your phone, or should I do it from here?
Whatever, do it from your phone,
okay,
or whatever. I just want to make sure, because I made my videos private.
You made all your videos private?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because do you remember, like, I have an issue where people was being, like, really mean with me.
Yeah.
So I just decided to stop doing YouTube for a little bit.
Yeah.
I make all of my videos private.
I can't even find your channel. Did you delete the entire
channel?
No,
I didn't delete the channel.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure, because I just want to know if the views will still show.
I mean, if you're signed in on your phone, it might be the easiest way to find this.
But my point here is that my phone is going to show.
I can't even find you on here, to be honest. There's so many people with, like, the same username.
Let me see.
But while you're going on that, the fact that they're ripping off highly successful channels, like, I could tell they're taking elements of Rhett Shull and, like I said, Keith Williams and stuff, and they are generating content that is completely soulless. Like, this is something that people do that are very passionate about guitar and stuff, and this is just like, is this just to make money? Who's writing these scripts? I mean, it could be possibly that the guy behind this channel really believes in this content and means the things that are in these scripts, but it doesn't. To me, it doesn't come across that way, and I feel like there are people being deceived that think this channel is real. Like I said, they might think the channel is real, or they might just not care, and they just want to consume as much guitar content as possible.
Wait, I send you the link for my YouTube channel.
Why don't you just do it from your phone?
Because if I see
because you can't see it. That's right. You can't see the accurate numbers on yours. Okay.
No, really.
I get what you're saying.
Oh my God.
It says you have 673 subscribers. No, it shows you have 0 views.
Okay.
Yeah. So that proves that.
A point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So every view that we see here is from these current uploaded videos.
Current videos. Okay.
Now, this goes even further.
Oh my God.
Because
we're gonna go deeper on this.
His banner image here is that his Genius Guide to Everything Guitar book. You can buy it. You can scan this QR code or get it.
New book
it's
available.
The ultimate guide for guitar players of all levels. Now, he also has the link in bio, so I went here.
Oh.
And there's a website. The Genius Guide to Everything Guitar. Stop wasting money on the wrong guitar, junk accessories, and overpriced setups. The complete no BS manual that takes you from I don't know what to buy to I own the right gear, it plays perfect, and I got it at a fair price. You can get it for $27.
Okay.
It's a 4-in-1 complete guide with 5 printable checklists, a 7-day refund guarantee. The problem, what most players do, and it has like the do's and the don'ts and stuff. With the guide, you can pick the right guitar at any budget on the first try. You could buy only the gear you actually need. Know the fair price before you walk in. Do your own setups and string changes. Spot bad deals and scams instantly. Now, no book can teach you how to set up a guitar. There's no book that can teach you how to properly set up a guitar. It could tell you what level to have the action, how to do it, but it's not going to teach you actually how to do it hands-on. Like, a book cannot do that. A YouTube video, a Phil McKnight video is going to teach you that. Like, hands-on practice is going to teach you, but if you're reading it from a book, it's probably not going to have you set it up correctly. It'll be the theory of how to set it up correctly.
Okay.
The math. Where your money actually goes when you buy gear without a plan. It says, if you don't have a plan, you're spending $615 plus, I don't know, on your first guitar. But you can have a net savings of $330 to $600 plus if you buy the book. What's inside? The Honest Guitar Buyer's Guide for 2026, the Ultimate Beginner Gear Setup, Guitar Maintenance and DIY Setup, Where to Find It All. Again, it's a $27 book. There's some testimonials at the bottom, whether those are real or not. But what I like here, that stands out at the bottom of the page, written by a real gear guy. Not another AI-generated listicle. This guide comes from years of buying, selling, setting up, and modding guitars. Every recommendation is tested firsthand. No affiliate-driven picks. No sponsor brands. No BS. Now, the fact that the entire channel is completely AI We can agree on that at this point, right?
I still have my doubts.
But no, I agree with your point. There could be a guy behind it writing the scripts that actually is passionate about what he is writing in these scripts. But the content that we see is completely AI generated.
Well, yeah.
So the fact that he's advertising a book that's written by a real guy and claiming to not be AI. Now, this book could be written by a real guy, but it also could be written by ChatGPT and just assembled into an easy-to-read PDF that may have some correct information in it and might have some stuff that probably was not fact-checked. We don't know. We're not buying this book for $27. So that's where this leads us to. They're getting a ton of views, subscribers, comments from people that, like I said, either do not know that it's AI because it looks real enough, or they just don't care. Also, there is a timer on the top of the page.
I know what it is.
With a countdown that you can only get the launch price if you order with it. So there's like a time pressure thing where it's like, this is a time-sensitive offer. You have 34 seconds remaining, or else you have to pay more than $27. Which I'm assuming when this runs out, there'll be a thing that pops up and like, just for you, we're extending the 27 seconds,
Well, we don't know because we still had 20 seconds left.
Down. But like, they are blatantly ripping off people like Rhett Scholl, at least the backgrounds of his videos. He doesn't necessarily do like the same style of videos, but there are plenty of channels out there that absolutely do. Like Casino Guitars. They do things like that, like, oh, here's the top 5 of this you should buy, or like, here's some brands you should avoid. Here's the thing the guitar brands are not telling you, like stuff like that. Yeah, it just reset to 10 minutes. It just reset to 10 minutes on that timer. So it's all bullshit. The whole thing is just completely fucking bullshit. And
oh my god,
we've made it further enough into the video that I can start cussing like that.
I just think that you're too obsessed with this.
Yeah.
Although I agree with you. I'm not annoyed of the fact that there's 5,000 people watching because, and I was telling you this earlier, my mom believes everything she says.
I know. Your
like,
mom.
Absolutely.
Your mom, and then sometimes my dad.
Like
my mom will tell me that my dad will watch a video and my mom will be like, that's AI.
No, my mom will send me like, oh my God, did you see this person? Oh my God, they are asking for money. They just suffered a terrible car accident. And I will be like, send me the video.
Yeah, and it's just not.
Don't send the money. Send me the video. Let me check first. And she will send me the video with a person with like 6 fingers in one hand and 7
it's
fingers
always the
hands
that get wrong.
And
she
falls for everything. So I know people is going to fall for this.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, they're following the trends on this channel. Like there's just 4 days ago, this video, Fender is done. Thomann versus Fender lawsuit explained. That's a trending topic.
Keeping up,
they're keeping up with trending topics, and like anybody could easily think like that'll show up in the shuffle when you're watching a bunch of guitar content about that. Because that's like, the big deal right now.
But that's what I'm saying.
This is going to fall into the mix, and you might fall into the trap.
This is probably a real person who's like looking at videos of other people.
Not a person, though. It's
a group of people.
A whole,
that are watching that.
It's a whole industry.
Okay.
Of content farming. So it may be a singular person. You may be right. It could be a singular person writing these scripts, but the fact that they are being pumped out so fastly and frequently. Now, I don't think you've seen the video yet. You see that that's an AI guy, right? The mouth, the way the mouth is moving. Like, even with the volume off, like, this is completely AI. Anyway, so this is where I have complete doubts about this at all being correct. I think the way that I've seen these content farming things work, because that's the rabbit hole I went down, is like the whole structure of it. Is there's a whole industry. You can find these people on like LinkedIn or Fiverr, and they link you to a bunch of other people, and they have like multiple editors that do different stages throughout the video. There's a script writer, but usually they use ChatGPT to write the script, and then they go through and fix some stuff.
Okay.
And then most of the time, there is no actual narrator or voice. They use an AI voice. Sometimes they do actually hire somebody to do the voices.
Okay.
But usually it's a team of multiple people, and they're not just working on one channel, they're working on multiple channels, and that's why you see a lot of them that look very similar. So that example I gave earlier about the South Park videos, the guy in his video broke down the fact that there was a Simpsons channel, there was a King of the Hill channel. They were all identical content, but just for different shows. And I mean, 100%, like you could easily do that with guitar stuff. So I think we could leave it there. But
yeah,
this was our topic
round.
For the day, and we'll get into some releases next. But this has got me riled up, and like I said, I really hope people like Rhett Shull see this and can have the time to do a deeper dive into this than I have time to do. But I just want to make sure people are aware of this, because it would suck if you find out you really enjoy a channel and then you feel deceived by it later on, like realizing that it is AI. And I don't know. There's a lot of people in their 50s and 60s that are more likely to fall for this stuff. And
my mom will watch it. If I send a link of this channel to my mom, she will watch and she will be like, "Oh, you see such a nice guy. He looks so cute. Look at that guitar." Yeah. Like she will totally believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you ready to move on to some
no, I'm like news? Done with your rant. Yeah. I was done like 10 minutes ago. Right. Okay, go for it.
All right, so now that segment is over,
I'm glad it is over. That was like too much, man.
Let's talk about some of the highlights from this week.
Okay.
PRS put out the Jon Jourdan limited edition guitar. This is only limited 200 pieces. This is the best looking PRS guitar I've ever seen.
How much is that?
$4,200. Yeah, $4,200. They only made 200.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure they're all gone by now. Okay. The biggest issue I'm seeing a lot of people, I posted this on the Daily Guitar News, and the biggest thing I'm seeing people talk about is that it's just way too expensive for the lack of features. Like, it's cool. I think it's really cool they have a stripped down model. It does not have the bird inlays. You know I don't like the birds.
Yeah.
You can
it looks really nice.
They have gunmetal metallic and then platinum metallic. I'd probably go with the platinum metallic personally. Single humbucker, wrap tail bridge, single volume pot, no inlays, and locking tuners. That's it. That's all you got.
I kind of like it.
I like it too. I wish that they would do an SE version, which is like the Indonesian built ones.
Yeah.
Because obviously $4,200, this has got to be an American built one.
I mean,
I would think.
That's quite pricey.
It doesn't say SE on it. Yeah, so if they do an SE version, now, they have the SE CE24, like the cheapest guitar they make. That went up in price this year. Last year it was like $450, I think, and now it's $499. Now it's $549. Is the base price for those models. If they did the SE CE24 standard with just a single humbucker and single pickup, I mean, that's just more sales that they can make, and offer it in these cool colors as well. Now, Jon Jourdan is not a household name for a guitarist.
I don't know who that one is.
Who's that one? So he is the rhythm guitarist, from what I understand, of the touring band for Wolfgang Van Halen, for the band Mammoth.
Okay.
So, yeah, not a household name by any means, but this is very similar to the guitar he's been playing live. So they went ahead and made a limited edition for him as an actual release. Now, again, I don't think it matters who he is as a guitarist. I mean, the guitar is beautiful. People would like this, and the consensus I'm seeing, because like I said, I posted this on the Daily Guitar News.
Yeah.
The overwhelming answer I'm hearing from people on this is that they want to see this as a production model, but it's got to be an SE, and it's got to be like under $700.
Yeah, it has to be cheaper though.
It's got to be under $700. They can do away with the locking tuners because not everyone's gonna be playing like really heavy metal with this thing. So they could even strip it down even more. Do away with the locking tuners. Just put in a standard humbucker, because this is a PRS metal humbucker.
Okay.
They could just put the same pickups they're putting in like the SECE 24s. And this is only a 22 fret, so like they could streamline it even further, use the bodies from the 24 and not have to put, shorter necks on them or anything, or like different scale necks.
Okay.
So I think that'd be a cool one for a cheaper price.
All right.
Next up, Kramer is celebrating their 50th anniversary with a bunch of gold guitars.
Uh-oh.
No?
No.
What about the Beretta? I think the Beretta looks cool, but I always thought the Beretta looked cool. It's just a Floyd Rose with a single humbucker.
No.
Let's see. These start at $1,000. These are all made in Mexico, I believe. No, these are not made in Mexico. I don't know why I said Mexico. I was thinking Charvel for a second. I don't know where these are made.
I don't
Probably
know.
Korea, or I don't know. I don't know where Kramers
I can
are
tell
made.
you
China?
right now, I do not like the way they look.
You know what? That's something I want to look up. Is maybe not right now, but like I'm not actually sure where Kramers are manufactured. Because I know like Fender has like Charvels and Jacksons; those get made overseas and in Mexico, or Jackson USA. But as far as like, I don't know where Gibson has Kramers built. But yeah, the Beretta starts at 1,000.
Indonesia and China.
Okay, there you go. And then it goes all the way up to the. They got the Night Swan. They have the SM1, the Pacer, and so on. I think there's like 5 to 6 different models.
Okay.
And the most expensive one, it looks like, is only like $1,200. So
I wouldn't pay that.
I think they're kind of cool. I don't like flashy guitars like that, but I think they're kind of cool. So there's that.
Too flashy.
Mm-hmm. How about a new JHS pedal coming next week?
It seems like there's a new JHS like every other
I know this year they're just on a roll this year with the releases.
And it's a Notadumble.
It's the Notadumble version 2. So they are taking pretty much people's requests from the version 1. They have added a second foot switch, so now the clean channel and the dirty channel are independent of each other.
Okay.
You could turn one on, turn the other on, have them both on. There is an order toggle to go between which one is first in the chain. There will also be an effects loop on it, so you can insert effects in between the preamp and the distortion. There is also an outboard presence control. There used to be an internal presence control, I believe, on the original. Now it's on the outside. Now, this is the kind of mod that everyone was doing with the version 1. The company Cosmodio.
Yeah, I remember that.
They were doing mods for people, and then Blammo Electronics put out a clone of the Notadumble with the mods. And then theirs was called the Tiny Dumble, and it was in a smaller enclosure, like a regular standard enclosure. I recall that. And then they got a letter from somebody representing JHS about, hey, can you stop making that, or at least change the name and the dress on it. Which is because they were going to make that exact same pedal. So
that's kind of shitty.
Well, the thing is, they had already fully designed this right after they discontinued the first one.
Andrew.
So they already redesigned this prior to Blammo making theirs, but
it doesn't matter. We had talked about how pedals are just a repetition of the repetition, and someone takes a pedal and makes it better,
but you
and
can't
then
make yours look identical.
Pedal.
And theirs didn't. I would argue.
What about Behringer?
Behringer, they
fight me with that.
No, I'm not going to fight you. Behringer does it because they shamelessly are based out of Germany, where they could hide from a bunch of American companies. Remember the whole Klon lawsuit?
But they made money out of it.
Yeah, the whole Klon lawsuit. They got out of that just by changing the logo. They got threatened with it. They're like, oh, you can't touch us. We're going to change the name.
Okay.
So, Behringer's not untouchable. It's just hard to get them.
Well, but
yeah,
you agree. Like, no one comes up with anything new these days. It's just a modification or something that was already there.
Stuff. Yeah.
So why would you stop a person for doing a modification of your stuff?
Yeah.
It's just because you already have plans for that stuff.
Yeah.
That's selfish. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. There's some Gibson news. There's been a ton of Fender news lately, but now there's Gibson news.
Okay.
So their CEO and president, Cesar Goikian, hope I'm saying that right. I had to look up a video on how to say his last name. So he's stepping down as the CEO. He's moving into more of like an advisory role, and he's going to be on their board of directors. But this quote is, Gibson is part of my DNA. It's been the honor of my life to help lead it and to work alongside the people who bring this company to life every day. Now, this is really strange because if you love this company so much and you're all about it, it's the passion, it's what you dreamed of doing your whole life, as he said in previous videos and interviews and stuff, why are you stepping down?
Oh, you got fired.
You got fired. That's right. That's what that reads like, is you got fired, and they're allowing you to stay on at a lesser roll. That's the way I read it. Now, I have a theory on this, and we don't speculate a whole lot on the show, but like my theory is that they've seen what's going on with Fender right now.
Okay.
And they wanted to bring in a fresh set of hands, fresh set of eyes that are like, now's our chance to swoop in and win back some people that we've lost over the decades with our poor quality control and stuff. Now's our chance to take that number one spot over Fender.
Okay.
That's my assumption, and they think he's not the guy that can deliver that. That's my assumption. So right now, the chief, I don't know what his financial officer, no, chief commercial officer, Ann Rohosi, I don't know how to say her last name. She's going to be taking over temporarily while they look for a new CEO.
Okay.
So really strange. It's like it sounds like he got fired.
That's
I don't
what
know.
It sounds like.
Yeah,
but we don't know yet.
These companies, any company, they change hands with CEOs constantly.
Oh yeah.
Like I worked at a company several years ago, and our CEO had come from being an executive at Starbucks. And then we were a restaurant chain. Well, not a chain necessarily, but we were, I guess, yeah, we had locations all over the country. But our CEO left Starbucks to work for us, and then she left us to go work for Dutch Bros Coffee as their like CFO or something. So yeah, these companies change hands constantly. You want to do some pedals real quick before we get out of here? Again, these are just kind of like the highlights because we had a big topic today. Covered the rest of these. I covered these on the Daily Guitar News earlier this week. But
okay.
Holy Island Audio opened up pre-orders for the Acoustic Touch. It's a noise generator and drone pedal. I think you would have a lot of fun with this. It sold for 180 British pounds.
Okay.
The first batch is already gone for the pre-orders. And essentially you have this like touchpad right here with like the big thumbprint on it.
Okay.
It's touch sensitive, so it interacts with, you're essentially like bending the circuit with your finger as you're playing. Like you just touch it, brush up against it or whatever, and it's really cool. Generates a lot of like cool like fuzzy drone sounds.
So it says that it can be used independently, or you can use it to process external signals.
Yeah. So this is a signal generator on its own.
Okay.
With that touchpad. But yeah. You can plug a guitar into it and then out to an amp and stuff.
Okay, that's nice.
So I like a lot of the stuff that they do. They do a lot of noise pedals and like cool glitchy stuff. So
okay,
I've always been a fan of their artwork too.
Okay.
Next up, let's talk about Native Audio real quick. So batch 6 of the Pattern Keeper Looper. We covered this when it first came out.
I'm glad to hear that.
They're on batch 6 already, and it's only been a couple months. It's $299. And it's a really cool looper that does like reverse and a bunch of other stuff. And the whole story behind that is like the story of beadwork in their culture.
I remember that.
That's how you kind of keep memories alive and stuff through the beadwork. And then like, it goes hand in hand with like a looper, like the fact that it remembers and tells it back to you. But it has tape-like pitch shifting, reverse playback, along with synth-inspired filtering, right? So batches 1 through 5 sold out like really fast. I
wonder how many do they do per batch?
I don't know. I mean, it's a 2-man operation. So
well, yeah.
Now, when I posted this on the Daily Guitar News, I post that on Facebook. No, I don't know why I said Facebook. That's the only place I don't post. Instagram, Threads, YouTube, and more recently TikTok, because that's the only thing I do on TikTok. I don't scroll on there. I don't look at anything. I don't talk to people on there. I just was like, hey, that's another place for us to put the daily news. There was somebody that commented on there and said, hey, thanks for like telling us about this one. Like I actually ordered one. So it's like, it's really cool that we can help in some small way to our favorite small builders and stuff. So I think that's really awesome. Next up, this is not a new release. We've talked about this one a couple times now. But there's only a couple days left on the Cold Brew Chorus and Vibrato from Coffee Shop Pedals.
Okay.
This was one I really wanted, but then I got onto my Boss pedal thing that I've been doing lately.
$251 is not bad.
Yeah, $251 US. No, I was really into this thing. I think it sounds amazing. Yeah, it's a lo-fi style chorus and vibrato. It does like vinyl sounds and tape and radio kind of static and stuff. So there's only a couple days left to get in on batch 2 of this. It ends at the end of June. So I just want to throw that out there if anybody's still interested.
Yeah.
Batch 3 might be a while because batch 2 took a while. So I think that is a one-man operation. So
well, the estimated shipping day is going to be August of 2026. So just keep that in mind if you order the pedal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And speaking of those Boss pedals that I've been getting.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know, like a couple weeks back, we were doing some collaborative stuff with Pedal Exchange, and I've really just been on there hunting for some Boss pedals, doing some trades for Boss pedals. So I got a couple more in. So far through trades on there, I got the FC1 Fuzz, or FC1W Fuzz, the Boss Blues Driver, the Watscraft version.
Okay.
And then most recently the CH1 Super Chorus and TR2 Tremolo. So pretty much building a whole Boss board at this point.
You go through phases, though.
I know.
You do,
yeah, because
really
I had an all Keeley board at one point.
I remember. I remember the Keeley board.
And then for Father's Day, I got the RV6 Reverb, which I think the pedal I'm the most excited about. So we actually went on Reverb and ordered from Reverb on that one. That wasn't through trade. But I think I'm pretty much done because I still need to put my Memory Man on the board.
Okay.
I'm going to keep the Blooms on the board. And obviously my tuner, it's not a Boss tuner, it's a Walrus Audio tuner. The Keeley compressor, it's hard for me to try to take that off the board because it sounds so good. So I'm going to do a video on that here in the next week or two about why I'm shifting back to Boss pedals. I'm not getting rid of all my other pedals or anything, but it's like why my mindset behind shifting back to Boss pedals.
I know that's going to end at some point.
Well, I want to experiment and see if like I can focus more on just writing and stuff and like just playing straightforward stuff without focusing on like all these hidden parameters and all this other stuff. Like
I want to remind you that all of this is recorded.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
So that will be a video coming up.
Okay.
We also ordered a Donner guitar for our son. It's a 30-inch scale. It's really small. The body's tiny on this thing. It's like a really cool offset guitar.
Okay.
Somebody posted about that in the 60 Cycle Hum Facebook group. And then I got to like looking at it online. I was like, ooh, this is on, because they mentioned it was on like the Prime Day sales. And I was we were looking into getting him like a Loog guitar. Mm-hmm. But then this Donner looked really cool. And it comes with like a whole starter pack and everything, like an amp and cable and all that. Now, people were talking about in the comments if it had a truss rod. And I thought it did because there's an Allen wrench that comes with it.
Okay.
But I didn't realize they super enhanced the Allen wrench, and it's actually a little tiny one for adjusting the bridge saddles.
Oh.
So there may be no truss rod on this guitar, but I'm going to do a setup for him anyway, so he can at least try to play it comfortably. I know he's probably going to just like strum on it.
But do you remember, did you keep in mind when you bought this that he doesn't use his right hand?
Yeah.
So is it left-handed?
No, but we can string it up left-handed.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to have to use both hands to play it. But yeah, he leads with the left. But there are a lot of left-handed people that play guitar right-handed, so we'll just have to see what he's comfortable with before I do flip it over. But I'm still going to do a full setup, so that could be another video for the channel if people are interested.
Well, are you done with the releases?
There's a couple more.
Okay, then
there's one more.
Go through the releases because you get too distracted.
There's just one more.
Jeez.
So Stonegate FX put out this week the Figure Filter Fuzz.
Okay.
So it's not just a fuzz, it's really based around like this really cool EQ section where there is independent mid and treble controls, and each of those is associated with a second knob that is a boost or cut. So essentially you set your frequency with one knob, and then you set whether you're cutting or boosting that frequency. So it's just a really versatile fuzz.
It looks beautiful inside.
It does. Yeah. Now, that's another thing, too, is I was trying to put together a circuit for a pedal, because I want to do a small batch to sell here on the channel. Maybe like a batch of like 10 at a time or something, see if it goes well. I'm having trouble really figuring out like the PCB software. I got really frustrated. I spent like 4 hours the other day. So I did have a couple conversations with a couple pedal builders, and I haven't heard back from any of them since they reached out to me, because I posted on Instagram that I was looking for help. So So a couple companies reached out to me. A couple other people reached out and said, like, oh, talk to this person or that person. So of the 2 or 3 conversations I've had so far,
Okay.
I have not heard back yet. So I may not be able to make this happen. I don't think I can design the PCB on my own. I know exactly what the circuit is that I want to do. But it's just the PCB stuff is just way out over my head. So that'd be something to do for the channel, hopefully. I think that's it for our releases, though.
Okay.
Did you have anything else you want to throw on today's episode?
No, I think there was a lot going on today's episode, and you went on a long ramp, and there's a lot of talking and no news. So I think we should
had a
be
lot
done.
of news. We talked about some news. I think this is news. I think this is something worth talking about, though.
Okay.
So if you want to talk about it with us, with real people and not AI, come down to the comments section and let's have a good conversation about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Because I don't know what else to say on it. I'm just upset about the situation.
You look like you are. I don't feel anything whatsoever, but that's okay.
Just in general, I hate AI. I hate it.
You use it
when necessary. Well, the thing too is at my job. That's the thing I hate the most is at my job. It's required. It's on our phones for work. It's in our ordering system. And it's in our company vehicles. There is an AI camera in the company vehicle. If you go like 2 miles over the speed limit, it yells at you to like, please slow down. And then you have to follow all these rules. We have a point system that it gives you. And like if you go over the amount of points you're allotted, like it's a big mess. So I hate AI. I hate it. I think as a society, we don't need it.
Okay.
Anyway. I know that could be a whole rant for another video.
Oh my! Don't invite me to your rants.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't have the patience for that. I need my pills. I'm like over the head with this.
All right. So this has been episode. What was it? 88.
I think it was 88.
We're getting close to 100 episodes. We're also getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and we did promise you guys a giveaway.
Are you gonna ramp about giveaway?
No, I think we just need to start planning that. A little bit more. I guess that's it, and we will see you guys next week.